we're back on, and again, we're continuing on talking to some wonderful people here in San Francisco at the Opal event. We're focusing generally on what is driving people passion to understand AI. Brian and I have, again, long lineup of amazing people.
It's been an absolute thrill to talk to every single person. No pressure, but I expect nothing less from everybody that's been here so far.
And in true Silicon Valley impact form, we know very little about who's coming in, and then we discover it in real time. And you and I just kind of have our mouth
like slack-jawed, I'm just like, oh my gosh, we're meeting amazing people today.
Yeah.
So we haven't seen a single presentation, we haven't seen a single panel, and I think we've really had maybe one of the best seats in the house.
Yeah, the best of the best. And
good for us.
And I know I'm butchering this, but Oliver's joining us. I'm not even saying it right.
It's Olivier, but Olivier. Don't worry, I'm used to it.
No, I love that. Well, my nephew's name's Oliver.
Okay.
And his mother's from Poland. So I don't think he has the Olivier, but it's a little bit.
Yeah, from French way of doing it.
Okay. I love it. So for those in our audience who haven't had a chance to chat with you, you and I chatted out front a little bit, but give a little quick intro. Don't forget your name, because your name's great, about what you're working on and who you are.
Okay, good. So I'm Olivier Viatour. I'm working on a TableCoin, which is a stable coin to free restaurant from credit card fees.
Say the name of TableCoin.
TableCoin.
Yeah, TableCoin is the name
of, And so you're working on TableCoin. Go ahead, Brian.
I just want to hear it one more time. TableCoin does what now?
TableCoin is a stable coin to free restaurant from credit card fees.
Oh, boy, you got to have a lot of restaurateurs who are excited about that.
Yeah, well, it represents half of their profit, credit card fees, so it's a big relief.
Yeah, absolutely.
So the restaurant industry is very competitive. Do you have experience in that space, and you saw it yourself, and you're like, I'm just going to fix this?
Oh, it's a longer story than that.
Yeah, let's get it. We got about 15 minutes. You can give it to
us. Yeah, I've been in the restaurant industry all my career because I'm an IT, and I created a web television before YouTube on food and Michelin star chef.
So this is not your first startup?
No. And the thing is that the two projects are combined. I'm going to get to that a bit later. So basically, back in 2003, I was the first alliance partner of Macromedia, which was the former company now has been absorbed by Adobe, on a technology that doesn't exist anymore, but has been used to create the first version of YouTube. And I was the first in Europe specialized on this. So I created a web television before YouTube on Michelin star chef, doing video recipes. So I've been visiting like 300 of them all over the globe, like producing more than 1,000 shows, around more than 20 books. And so, I'm a big foodie, as you can notice.
But what I'm also hearing, there's this big experience in media.
Yes. The thing is that from the web television, books, magazine, and then a very, very big TV show in China. It's the biggest cooking show ever. We even killed MasterChef in China. They made only one season because of us. And it's 20 season prime time on the main network there. I was the first foreigner to produce on the national network. Also the first to make a partnership with the Michelin Guide because it's competition between Michelin star chef from France and the best chef of China. Back then there was no Michelin Guide in China.
So you're not just a marketeer, restaurant owner, you're also a chef.
No, I'm a food reporter. I'm specialized in eating, not cooking.
Okay. The best kind.
It seems like the easier side of the table to be on.
Exactly. I only need to travel, meet the chef, taste, have a drink, enjoy, and fly to the next one.
I don't know you, and I'm sorry. You have celebrity status, I think, around the globe. I mean, are you somebody who walks into a restaurant and people go, "Oh my, Olivier is here," and they know who you are?
It already happened to me,
Yeah.
He wants to get, let's be honest, Brian wants to get into a restaurant. He wants to know if you have any pull to get him into a restaurant.
I mean, there's one right up the street that we couldn't get into last night. Maybe we take you with us and we can get seats.
There's a chance I could help.
Yeah.
So talk a little bit about what really pivoted you from reporting on food to now to starting your own company and to where you are now. How did that genesis take place, and how long has I mean, this is not your first startup, but how long has this been running? Kind of give us that run up.
Okay, so I've always been an entrepreneur, even when I was already at school. So it's been all my life like this. From the web television to like the books and the TVs, TV show, sorry. The thing is that at some point I needed like some capital. So I've been raising in the past, but it was, the capital need was growing. And I met in 2014 one of the biggest Bitcoin miner from Canada that loved my project, but say, well, it's way too needy in terms of capital, but you should think about, cryptocurrency. It was in 2014. I said, well, interesting. I don't know enough, but let's keep in touch. And he did. Every year he's been pushing me with news. Look, in 2015, Ethereum in Zug, they raised 17 million. And then back to me again in 2017. Look, the ICOs in Zug, what's happening? I said, okay, well, I'm going to take my car. I'm going to go see those folks. I went to Bitcoin Swiss, the broker who made the first ever ICO. Then I met the lawyer who created the Ethereum Foundation. And then I understood that I needed to create one, and of course I didn't want to switch industry. So I said, if I need to create a crypto, I'm going to do one for restaurant. And then after working on it, I realized how big it is. From day one, I understood that restaurant, they would never go for Bitcoin because Bitcoin can lose 20% in a week and they make only 5% at the end of the year. So it's way too volatile. Even gold today, because we say that Bitcoin is going to be is the new gold, but gold today can lose 5% in a week. So even gold would be too volatile for a restaurant. So from day one in 2017, we understood that we would need a stable coin. They didn't even exist back then, but still, that was the idea. Then we've been pre-selling in 2018, then we're starting to work on the technology. During COVID and let's say the previous administration, fundraising was more difficult, but we kept, developing. Now we have the MVP, the wallet that is dedicated to the food industry. I can go deeper into that if you want. But now the thing is that it's changing. We've been applying for the Bit license in New York. We got the first approval. So we need to, keep fundraising to pay the deposit in T-bonds and make it go to market, basically.
I love it. And so you've recently established the MVP, and how have you still solved, or do you feel that you could educate the market that there is stability in this? Because is there still going to be a question mark around, stability?
Okay, well, this cannot be more stable. I explain why. So basically, that's why it's called stablecoin. I'm kidding. The thing is that by law in the US, a stablecoin must be backed by 100% of T-bonds, okay? Just to give you a comparison.
I'm sorry, 100% of what?
T-bonds.
T-bonds, thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So 100% of the deposit we have, that the dollars we have in custody, must be transformed into T-bonds. Okay. As a comparison, a bank only has to have 1% in T-bonds. The rest, they can do whatever they want with it. They can go, speculate on market and take risk. That's why, they can go bankrupt. But here, 100% of the money of the people is in T-bonds. So nothing can happen to it, So I don't want to, push it too hard, but it's nearly more secure than in a bank.
Okay. So, and what is next for your company in terms of going to market?
Okay, so we need to accomplish the licensing. There's a big deal right now with two bills that are kind of, compete to each other, but one is going to come out because the stable coin legislation is wanted by both parties, the Republicans and the Democrats. So for sure it's going to come out. The obvious reason is that stable coin today, just to give you like a few numbers, the number one is USDT, super famous. They're holding 135 billion in T-bonds, which is more than Germany. Okay, They have 16 million daily active users. Okay, and they represent 70% of crypto transaction. The second is USDC from Coinbase, and Bitcoin, for example, is only 300,000. Compared to 16 million, it's not much. But it's people, they buy it, they keep it forever. They don't use it every day to pay for coffee. Ethereum is 500,000. And if you take all those numbers, it's equivalent to the internet of 1996. So in terms of usage, crypto is really less than a baby, to be honest, okay? But 135 billion for USDT, a bit more than 50 million for Coinbase. So it's 200 million total. It's 20% of what China holds, okay? But if you fast forward 10, 20 years, stablecoin are going to become the number one holders of T-bonds, you know? Mm-hmm. So this is crucial for the American economy.
I love it. And so how can people connect with you to learn more?
I got a question.
Yeah. No, bring it. Yeah.
I'm just curious, you're disrupting a pretty massive industry of the credit card industry. I mean, that's sort of who you're...
Yes and no.
Oh, okay. It seems like that's the giant gorilla that you're trying to get around.
Not get around because they are into it, but because we're going to have large volume, we're going to aggregate the cost and take it down, okay? And at the end of the day, the money is coming in, we pay for the credit card, and the money that we make is from the coupon of the T-bonds. And so, for example, Tether, with the 135 billions in T-bonds, they make 6 billion in coupon. Okay, BlackRock makes around 5 billion of profit every year, so they make more money than BlackRock, except that BlackRock has 20,000 employees, while Tether has only 100 employees. So Tether has 99% of EBIT. That's the most profitable company on the planet.
Okay. So they're not the competition that I see them as being, these credit card companies.
They're all in the game. They're all in the game. Yeah, they're all in the game. We're not talking to get rid of them. We're just paying it for the restaurant.
Yeah. Okay.
I love it.
And this is around the globe, not just in the U.S.
We're going to start in the U.S. Okay, every destination is different strategy. Because, for example, in Canada, following COVID and inflation, it was so difficult for the restaurant industry that they passed a law to force the credit card fees to be on the customer. They cannot be on the restaurant anymore. But the thing is that the customer, at the end of the day, they've seen the charges and they say, what's that mess? Why do I have to pay 2-3%? So they're not happy about it. Mm-hmm. In Europe, they made differently. They say, okay, we're going to put a cap. Okay, credit cards now cannot charge more than that price. Okay, but here in the US, it's different because, you know, the lobby is still active. So there starts to be a discussion. Okay, but of course, Walmart doesn't pay the same fees as the mom and pop restaurant, and us by aggregating those, like budget, we can give better deal. That's it. You know, it's no more complicated.
Huh. And are you finding that as you go around pitching this idea? I'm sorry, I'm not going to go too long.
No, get it.
Are you finding that restaurateurs and people in the restaurant industry are understanding the concept and willing to adopt a different payment method?
Well, to be honest, it's half of their profit, the credit card fees.
So it seems like a no-brainer.
A no-brainer.
Yeah. Yeah, but then there's the education portion. Once this is rolled out and it's available, getting the consumer who's sitting down at the table to understand that there's this alternate payment method and the restaurants to accept it seems like a pretty major feat.
Yes, and that's where we have an edge.
Okay.
Because with our cooking show, we're going to take them, to the US. And when it was on TV in China, it was recorded like a Top Chef or a Master Chef. But the big vision we had behind this was to make cooking become a sport and kind of build the FIFA of food. Okay. But you will never watch a game if you already know the score. So it had to become a live game in an arena. Okay. This is something we could accomplish in Belgium back in 2018 that we're going to take to the US, first in New York, of course. I'm super excited to invite Wall Street people, obviously. And the thing is that when you're going to come in the arena, but we're talking about dozens of thousands of people in 24 hours, you will have to use the TableCoin to get the drinks.
Awesome.
And when we did it before, half of the visitors were from the industry because it's a big revolution to have cooking becomes a sport.
Yeah, I love it. I love the interconnectivity of the different parts of the puzzle.
Yeah, and usually marketing is a nightmare for a startup, but here our marketing is $1 billion cash machine. So, there's nothing bad about it.
Love it. Okay, I'm done. That was it.
That was good, Brian.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I really, that was really good.
I just wanted to demonstrate to you that I'm actually paying attention.
You came alive. All right. All right. Well, how can people connect with you?
Okay, well, they can go on LinkedIn, Olivier, so Olivier. There's an I after the V. And my last name is Viatour, Viatour.
All right. Well, I want to thank you for joining us today. Great insight into what you're building. Wish you all the best.
Thank you very much, guys.
Tech moves fast, and Witham's forward-thinking advisory and accounting expertise helps technology companies, including founders and executives, stay ahead, build toward their goals, and innovate for the future. Witham has unmatched resources to provide tailored solutions for technology founders and executives in order to minimize taxes and maximize wealth. To learn more about how a partnership with Witham can help you and your business, please check out witham.com. That's WITHUM.com. Tired of slow-cycled and back-office bottlenecks? With SalesBricks, closing deals happens in seconds, not days. No more delays, no more manual paperwork, just instant revenue. SalesBricks automates the entire sales process from pricing and packaging to contract and billing. Sell smarter, close faster, and focus on what really matters: growing your business. Visit salesbricks.com today. SalesBricks.com. Visit today.
All right. Whenever you're ready, Brian. I think this is going to be our last before the break. Are we already recording?
You can go anytime, Brian. It's all you.
Okay, we're already hot, guys. So
Yeah.
So it's Brian and Brian.
It's Brian and Brian.
I can't mess that up.
You can't spell the same way too.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So thank you for being here. Once again, we're doing Opal Spotlight. We're bringing in some of the great people who attend these events as well as speak at these events. For our audience, really quick, I'll start with you, Hamlet. Give a quick little intro, who you are. Don't forget your full name, because I know we know each other, but our audience doesn't know who you are. And then Marty, you can follow up with a quick little intro with what you guys are working on.
Okay. My name is, first of all, thanks for the opportunity, Marty. Looking forward to a nice call for conversations as well as Brian and Brian. So thank you. My name is Hamlet Yousef. I'm a managing partner of IronGate Capital Advisors. We're a venture fund that focuses on investing in VCs and startups that are investing in technology that shapes and enhances national security and defense, that has applications in economic security as well. So the greater civilian economy, short way of putting that, we're putting in investing money that's going to kind of reshape the future of society. I think disruptive technologies like AI are going to profoundly change every way, every facet of society, and how we work, function, govern, and in some cases defend ourselves and go to war. So it's understanding what those technologies look like, what are some of the norms and some of the rules and some of the ethics that we need to have around that. And I think it's a unique opportunity here, especially for allocators, to stay ahead of the trends and understand where and what to invest in. Mm-hmm. And then also as thought leaders, where and what to influence in terms of policy and governance to make sure that we're not creating Skynet to kind of dictate our future.
Oh, thank you for adding that last bit.
No worries.
That's helpful.
That was good.
I mean, after that intro, it's like, oh, wow.
That was a pretty good intro. You've done this before.
It's a hard-hitting intro. And I'm curious, because I'm sure you're everywhere, but I mean, virtually everywhere, but physically, where are you?
Physically for me, I'm in Florida.
In Florida.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, nice. Well said. Yeah, well said, Marty.
And,
good. You had more. You're on a roll.
Hamlet, you're working you work as an advisor, and so you're working with people who are then working with the government primarily. Is
both.
That?
So we're an actual venture fund. So we raise money, deploy it, but we also work very closely with our funds and also the companies that we invest them to help them navigate and understand the whole alphabet soup of Washington, D.C. and the Defense Department and the complexities of governments.
So in order to get those products or services to market, which
correct.
In these cases, the market is government.
Correct. And government does not speak private sector. So we often sit down with government
to translate
and help them understand, okay, you're saying you need this, but in reality, this is what you're trying to solve for. So perhaps it's not what you need. What you need is actually this. Okay. So it's a translating function as well. What's unique to us is most of us come from the national security community. So we have deep ties within DC. We've developed deep ties within the venture tech community, and we serve to be as almost that matchmaker or bridge in between.
Great. Thank you for the supplemental introduction.
Who are you right now?
I just had cake, so that kind of.
Okay. Well said. All right. Well, okay, we got Marty here too. Marty, go ahead and give a little intro on what you're working on.
Okay, my name is Marty Sprinson. I have a company called Vantic. I've been in the industry forever, 5 software companies. I've run 3 of them. This one is kind of unique in that what we do is we automate AI in real time. So defense is one of our markets. Also, environmental concerns and healthcare are 2 other markets for us. So, for example, in Japan, we have a technology platform that was used to build a first responder system for any kind of problems, disasters. Could be an earthquake, could be flooding. So we will get the first responders to the right place at the right time, manage what assets they need, coordinate their activities, and report issues, safety issues in particular. And we do all of that in real time. And so our platform was used by NTT to build this system up and running today, D-Resilio. We are a fast-growing company. We are the only company that automates AI in real time the way we do. Defense, we have a number of contracts going on. As you would think, that's real-time applications would be very required. But using AI in real time is a monster challenge. We make it easy.
Huh.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at you, Brian. It sounds like you got a whole
first of
load
all,
of stuff.
I want to just say that Marty sat down and said, we don't have anything in common. That's
exactly what I was actually thinking.
Right? And here I am. I'm like, did he just punk us or what?
Yeah. And so what is the overlap here? Just, because, you guys were chatting over there. Yeah. I'm hearing the overlap. How would you 2 play together if we're to kind of whiteboard here?
Well, first let me say, we just met.
Yeah,
I know each other for 5 minutes.
This is what we do here on Silicon Valley Impact.
Matchmaking.
We matchmake.
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we sell into defense and worldwide too.
Yep.
We're selling in Japan with partners. So possibility would be for us to talk,
Yeah,
which
absolutely.
we will do, and potentially work together since we can build the most advanced defense systems that exist, swarms of drones and things like that.
Yeah.
We also do healthcare monitoring soldiers before they're deployed. Are they healthy? Should they be deployed or not?
Oh,
security systems, et cetera. So real-time systems, and obviously defense is real-time and changing rapidly. We need to defend ourselves.
Yep. How big are you guys as a company?
Oh, we are we're 20 million-ish, growing.
Headcount-wise?
Oh, headcount, we're about 80 people.
80 people. So the importance of this is, so he's too late stage for us. Hearing his story now, if I'd met him 5-6 years ago, this would be the exact kind of company we'd want to invest in, because we're not talking about being a defense investor because we're investing in guns and bullets and tanks. We have some applications there, but we like disruptive tech that shapes and enhances national security and defense, but also has direct applicability in the greater civilian economy. Now, hearing what you're saying, in the back of my mind, there's a couple of portfolio companies that we're investors in that are in the swarm space that would be potentially really good potential collaboration points for him. The importance of the question I asked in terms of how big they are is the power of defense innovation and defense technology is when you invest in 2 guys or a guy and a girl in a startup, what do they do with that money? They grow. They work from the garage to a WeWork or a Regis or a shared office space to eventually a warehouse to eventually hiring 80 people. Those are 80 high-paying 6-figure jobs that are generating real economic growth and development here inside the U.S. So as we go through this repurposing, reindustrializing, rebuilding of America, those are the kind of companies that we want to start seeding and building, because that drives domestic job growth, domestic economic development, economic vitality. Without that, you can't have political stability. Without political stability, you don't have a country. So there's foundational pieces of investing in this ecosystem.
I think that you're saying that because one of the fears of AI is that it's going to displace or eliminate jobs. Is that right?
But that was the fear 120 years ago when everyone was scared with the industrial age.
Yeah.
Yes, jobs are going to go away. 1,000% jobs are going to go away. But the innovation is going to spur things that we can't even imagine.
Right.
I mean, all of us were alive when there was no internet. The internet was supposed to destroy jobs or whatever.
In theory, we were alive, but really we didn't wake up until the internet was invented.
Yeah, exactly. That's last millennia, so it's thousands of years ago. But the ecosystems that came off of that are massive. Steve Jobs invents the iPhone. Okay, you're hiring a bunch of people to build phones. But think about all the economic drivers that came off the iPhone. There's no way you would have predicted
Right.
20 years ago when the iPhone came out that four of us would be sitting here talking about this entire ecosystem didn't exist. So yes, AI in tech is going to destroy jobs. But I think, yes, AI in tech is going to repurpose and create whole new economies that we have not even begin to think about yet.
That's cool.
So I always have to ask, I know we could, again, I've overused this word today, but we could geek out in these areas of which we're really practicing now and pushing forward now. But what positioned you to get to this point now? What was kind of your run up before getting into tech and an investment? What had you pivot into this space?
Okay. I grew up in the private sector, but I had the good fortune of serving in the national security defense community for the federal government. Did that proudly, and it got to a point where I needed to leave and start my career elsewhere in the private sector. And my partners and I had this vision 7 years ago that the world is going to change, and we're getting to a much greater conflict geopolitically with adversaries like the Chinese Communist Party, Putin, and the threat coming from Iran. And we needed to make sure that we're investing in the best innovation and technology to put it out into not only the battlefield, but into the world. And government is too broken, too lethargic, too slow to do that. So you need to really unleash private capital, private innovation to do that. So.
Yeah, let me say, Hamlet, we have in some ways some similarities here. So I had a previous company called, I know, it's amazing, we only met 10 minutes ago now. Previous company called Forte Software. What we did was make the internet work for mission critical apps, like home banking, first company to do that. I, after that, sold that company and took some time off, learned how to fly planes, become a decent skier. And then I realized about 10 years ago that the world is in deep trouble, and that we need to figure out how to use technology to solve these problems. Most of the efforts that we're doing are government funded, so defense obviously, but also the environmental concerns and healthcare too in many countries is supported by the government. Those are the three biggest areas we're in. Company was formed. I came back after taking a Russian-powered icebreaker, which was friendly at the time, 15 years ago, to the North Pole with all these environmentalists, climatologists talking about the major challenges that the Earth is facing. And I realized technology can be used to solve those problems. And this is before generative AI, but AI was there, of course. And we said, why not create real-time systems that address the problems as things happen? And that was the goal of the company. Now in defense, it's you got to keep up. The adversaries are doing it, and if we don't keep up, we're in deep yogurt.
I'm fascinated. I feel like I'm watching a movie unfold right now.
And I can almost taste the question of the political question, which I'm not going to ask, or the political questions that are on and on and on. But go ahead, Brian. I can see you looking at me. Go ahead.
No, I want to hear more. And so you pivot into where you are now. I'm just going to ask the safe question because it can go anywhere.
Yes, thank you.
You all are both very passionate about what you're doing, and what is it that is driving you to kind of push the envelope of innovation and investment at this point?
My purpose is to give something back. It's in a way a form of philanthropy. I formed this company. I funded it originally to basically make a difference in the world. Mm-hmm. And that was my goal. Like I said, the skiing and the flying was fun.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No, it still is. I still ski a lot. Yeah. Ski or work. But decided that technology can make a difference. Yeah. And so got my previous partner together, and we formed this company, and we're growing like gangbusters.
And you found it when?
Almost 9 years ago.
9 years ago, okay. Yeah. And Hamlet, same question. You have this wealth of insight and experience that you've kind of brought to the table now. What is driving you to keep investing in innovative companies and push the envelope of what you're doing?
Yeah. On the personal front, I wasn't born here. So I came to America as an immigrant from Iran. And I went from speaking zero English, and it's gotten more better since then, to having a chance having a chance to obviously be a naturalized citizen, and then having the privilege of serving this country. When I left service, I had to for a whole host of reasons, but I still wanted to contribute. And I I really felt that we were under an existential threat in terms of what was coming, which was the second Cold War mindset. And I thought that I was uniquely suited to work with my partners to build the solution set, and frankly, go back and continue to serve in a different way. And a large part of our LPs are folks who never served or have served and wanted to continue to find a way to contribute to society. And this is a great way to do it. That's on the personal front. On the thematic front, the world's going to demonstrably change in the next several years. Nobody really understands this. We went from 1890 to 1960, in that 60-year period, we went from the horse and buggy to the flying machine. We went from oil-powered lamps to the nuclear age. We went through 2 world wars, a pandemic, an economic collapse, and the complete balkanization of the Middle East, complete fracturing of Europe. You had the rise of America as a superpower. All this happened in 60 years. And that demonstrably changed the geopolitical landscape as well. And the driver of all that change was technology, was disruptive technologies. We're about to go through that same kind of disruption in about a 5 to 10 year period.
Right.
So if you sit on your hands and do nothing and allocate into gold and just kind of bury your head in the sand and hope to survive this, there's going to be some asset erosion. If you're nimble and plugged in and tapping into the right intelligence networks in terms of where and what to invest in, there's an opportunity here for remarkable asset accumulation and wealth creation. So to me, it's an exciting period because here's a chance to make a lot of money, contribute to the greater good, build companies that are hiring people that are making six-figure paying jobs, and kind of reshape the future of society. It's an exciting place to be, and it's an exciting place, I think, to allocate capital into.
I love it. And I mean, again, another quick 15 minutes where we just don't have enough time to dive deeper. But I have to ask, for doing the Opal Spotlight, what has brought you to this ecosystem, and has it been valuable to you? Because we definitely want to continue to bring in great people like yourself, great companies, great minds, more thought leaders. What has been your experience within Opal, and are you guys coming back?
Yeah, I'm big fans of Opal. I've been raising funds over the last several years and deploying, so going to family office events has always been a high priority for us. And frankly, they're a dime a dozen. There's a ton out there, and there's very few that have real utility. And just prior experience, having come to Opal events for a better part of 6-7 years, this usually tends to have some of the better collection of real people who give a hoot and want to find a way to participate. And the fact that they're starting to do these targeted conferences around AI or real estate. There's a CLO one coming up in a couple months. I think that's important because there's an opportunity for people to get off the bench and start deploying. Yeah. And it's kind of like choose your own mystery. Let me find where I want to kind of have my passion and deploy capital into. And for us, it's not only are we looking to raise money and deploy money, but we're also looking to expand our network of like-minded new friends who want to make a lot of money, but also want to use that to do and serve the greater good, job creation, and kind of reshaping the future of technology and how we live. It's exciting stuff.
Love it. Marty, same question for you.
Well, first of all, the similarity in terms of both of us being very driven to make a difference in the world is kind of uncanny almost. Plus, we're wearing the same watch, by the way.
Yeah, did we just introduce 2 new best friends?
Like a huge bromance.
Where are we going for vacation together?
Exactly. Going skiing. And that's the Opal experience.
Yeah. So this is my first time at Opal. The investors in Vantic and my company are primarily friends and family and people from previous companies. We have some partners who invest too, but very low VC money. And so family offices are potentially a good target for us because our goal is to do something good in the world, to make a real difference. Because like I said, the world is in deep trouble and technology can make a real difference. And so I figured, okay, come here. I was invited. I said, all right, I'll come and present and talk about AI directions and possibly meet some potential partners in the future. And I have met some interesting people, I will say.
I love it. Well, I want to thank you both for joining us. Before we sign off, how can people connect with you? Marty, I'll start with you.
Best would be my email. It's msprinzen, SPRINZEN, at Vantic, VANTIQ.com.
Nice. And you're on LinkedIn?
I'm on LinkedIn. Yes.
Okay. Yep. Nice. Hamlet?
Hamlet Yousef. I'm very vocal on LinkedIn. I'm probably one of the few Hamlets on there, so it shouldn't be too hard to find. But email is hamlet@irongatevc.com. And thank you for the opportunity.
Yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks, guys. Brian.
Can I say badass on the radio?
You certainly can.